next question is, our parks are a great source of pride and enhances our quality of life, but budgets are constantly being cut and the parks are asked to do with less every budget cycle. What would you consider doing to fix the park system, and would you consider a separate taxing authority? We will start with John Weishen.
Thank you. I do not support an independent parks district. Another level of bureaucracy, another taxing authority is not the way to go. What we need is a dedicated source of revenue specifically for our park system. What I'd like to point out, though, is over the last 8 years that I've been the county supervisor for whether it was the 22nd district and now the 16th district, we have fared fairly well. That Alcott Park, your wading pool is open and the wading pool has been resurfaced. There's a new play area, there's new walking paths. When you go to Jackson Park, there's 3 new tennis courts, there's a new basketball court, and there's improvements being made to the swimming pool. New partitions and a new slide will be in place by the 2008 swimming season. Zablocki Park and our golf course, there's a new furnace in the pavilion. McCarty Park, not far from where we are here today, there's new walkways, there's improvements to the swimming pool, the changing areas will be redone in 2008, the tennis courts have been resealed and new lines have been put on. Euclid Park has been totally redone with a new play area, new basketball court, and new walkways. Manitoba Park, you have to go back to 1997, so the play area is getting a little old, but for a small pocket park, it still is in very good shape. And I think when you look at all of this, it provides an amazing amount of progress for our park system in the 16th district. Thank you.
Let's see, who do we go to next? Richard Eaton?
Yes. I actually am opposed to a special non-elected taxing district to run the parks. But I do believe in a public-private partnership. As I am the original founder of the Dan Jansen Family Fest in the city of Greenfield, we decided to work on that, and all the money we raise for that Memorial Day Festival goes into the parks in Greenfield. Over the last 13 years, we have raised over $500,000. We built a garage for the DPW. We put in a walkway for the seniors over there. We put in baseball lights at the Jansen Park. We manicured the baseball diamonds. We put in a legacy fountain at the new police station. This is all things that can be done if you're dedicated to the park systems. The other thing for funding in the future for the parks is eventually the stadium tax is supposed to go away. Now I know they're going to come back and ask for an extension, but I don't think we should continue to give million-dollar baseball players that kind of money. That percentage that we are now paying out of our pockets to fund that stadium, I believe should continue to be taxed, but that money should be put into a special fund solely for the upkeep and maintenance of the parks. And the one thing that we have to make sure that we do when we put that fund together is to make sure that it is used for that only, and that little fingers don't go in there to use it for other things.
Matthew Mulver.
Thank you. The park system is great here in Milwaukee County, and it's something that we really value and that we need to keep around and we need to preserve and protect it. I do not support a separate taxing authority because my fear is that it would start to run wild. We've got taxes running crazy and MPS raising their tax levy by 10%. We've got taxes going up in the county 4% last year. We need to put an end to that, and a new taxing authority that would have the ability to do the same type of thing to us just cannot be allowed to happen. We've got a lot of good ideas for the parks that really need to be given more consideration. We've got places like the Cool Waters Water Park that is immensely popular. We need more of those. I have small children. My kids love to swim, but these old deep water pools, they're not suitable for little kids. And the current wading pools that we've got, they're not as safe as some of these splash pads where they've got much shallower water. I'm really concerned about the safety in the parks. I've got several residents in the district that I've talked to who are very concerned about activities that are going on in the parks late at night and They're worried about criminal activity, and we really need to support the sheriff in getting into the parks and making sure that they're safe. But most of all, we really need to get down to cutting the waste that's going on in the parks. We can generate some more revenue by bringing in private enterprise that could set up some services for us that could help sustain the parks.
Okay. Timothy Mansky.
Thank you. After about the last 6 weeks, I've been walking around the district and speaking with probably over a couple thousand people, and their big four about what the main issues and everything are is about crime, wasteful spending, taxes, and jobs. And when I started speaking with them about the parks, quite a few of them said they really don't use the parks. So I think where it really has to start is sort of an investigation and research is how much are the parks being used and who are using them and what time of the day. A lot of concern was about the crime activity that was taking place in the parks, especially late at night. And Matt is correct that we need to support our sheriff and clean up that activity because people are concerned about that. I think we need to look at public-private partnerships of some sort to help fund our park system because, well, I use the park system as well, and along with my grandkids, and I enjoy them, and I hate to see them disappear. But there's got to be ways to find a way to help fund the parks, such as adopt a field program or adopt a picnic area or adopt anything within that park to help support its costs. Basically, you asked a question about a separate tax authority. Absolutely not. I would not support that, and I would not support another board of people overseeing the parks, having another layer of government that would just be a wasteful way of, or it'd be wasteful use of tax funds. Thank you.